This man needs no introduction. And really, he does need no introduction, so I won't introduce him at all. I'll just acknowledge him. Because Bruce is, of course, I think it's the vice president of the National PSASA in South Africa. These titles are always a bit confusing. But Bruce is way more than that. Bruce is a person who kind of steps into all sorts of roles and steps into situations where he's there, available to help other people. He's an absolute master in the field of online presenting and online facilitating and training, and he shares that expertise openly and easily with other people. On the virtual chapter, I'm not sure how many of you were on earlier this week, Bruce gave a lot of information on working with Zoom, that particular platform, and it was just nuggets of gold. It was so, so valuable. And he's playing a very important part, a role in the PSASA. He and Charlotte are initiating a kind of a reinvention of our organization. And we all know how important it is to reinvent ourselves and our organizations as we go forward into a bit of an unknown future. Well, the future is always unknown, of course. So it just feels a lot more unknown in this day and age. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Bruce Wade. Thank you, Bruce.
Right. Good morning, and thank you very much, Chris Voicey. So I just want to share a couple of things with you. It's always a proud moment. And Joe and myself often speak about being proud parents to our children in the speaker class, and this is one of them. The other one is early next year, where we see the speaking competition happening, and we then get into that. But today we're here to celebrate, and we're here to just enjoy what everybody has learned and come together and just see what the Professional Speakers Association of Southern Africa has been able to offer our members, and specifically our associate members who are part of the launch speakers class. So just by way of information, we do have a number of speaker classes. The launch at the moment is our entry level one, but it won't be for long because it's maturing upper level, and we're going to slot a learner speaker class in below this for next year. But above this, we've got what we call the liftoff, which is the class where we learn how to convert what we've done as a professional speaker into a money-making machine. So it's all about the business of speaking. And then above that, we've got the luminary, and that's available for professional speakers who have been professional for 3 years plus, and then they talk about world domination and things like that. So to get to that conversation, you've got to keep working, but this is the first step. So I thought in my allocated time, I just want to share a few things with you. I've got a groups of threes. I'm in this mode of threes at the moment that we playing around with here. So a good speech needs three things. A good speech needs entertainment. You've got to entertain us. You've got to enlighten. I don't want to alt tab back to my solitaire screen or to my emails or carry on with work. I want to be engaged. So entertain me. But you've also got to add that entertainment, because you can be funny and it can be, laughing. You can put sock puppets and stuff, but you've got to be engaging. You've got to reach out through that camera and pull me into your room, just not next room, because then I have to wear a mask. But the whole idea is you've got to be engaging, and it's very easy to do that on a stage. It's a lot harder to do that in this virtual environment, because we're sitting there and we're not seeing people, we're not getting those energy feedback. So it takes a lot more of yourself to deliver that engagement through that screen. And there are a couple of people that we've seen this year on various programs that have become absolute masters at virtual engagement. And we hope to showcase more and more of those and then reteach that in through our different speaker classes. And the last thing is you got to be enlightening. Tell us something that I didn't know. Enlighten me on a fact about something. Educate me and engage me, but be entertaining. And as a speaker needs three things. And this is what we've done, is that the curriculum we've put together in the Launch Speaker class fills you up with these three things. It firstly gives you that courage to say, yeah, pick me. Pick me. I'll put my name down for a call for speakers. I'll put my hand up for a showcase. I'll put my hand up for a speaking competition. I want to speak at a chapter, and I want to go international and speak in Bangladesh and India and Spain and England and CAPS and Australia, and all these things are available to us by just having that courage to say, yes, pick me. And it's amazing on how quickly we can grow and get that experience. But we also need that conviction as a speaker as well, because that separates just speakers from professional speakers. A professional speaker has a conviction. We know why we speak. We have that built-in kind of, motivation. I speak because I want to change the world. I want to make a difference because someone put a microphone in my hand. And that conviction adds then to that confidence. And as we see our confidence growing in all our members, from literally some people who have never done a speech before and have come and joined the association, to be able to go on and go through the launch thing, and then do the showcase, enter into the speaking competition and get that first paid gig like Michael did this week. Congratulations. And that just snowballs. As your confidence grows, you become bolder and you get more courage, more conviction, and you become more of a professional speaker. So let's focus in on this morning as we celebrate the success of 6 people who have had that courage to put their hands up. And the last 3 things I just want to share with you, and I think one of our most successful online events in the entire year, even bigger than our midterm convention, was a lesson that the virtual chapter put together on Monday and Tuesday night about hosting, Zoom hosting. We had 75 people register for that event, which just scanning through the year was the highest registration that we had there. And I think there is such a need for online eventing and online understanding. And we've seen that and we've recognized that. So I've taken that handbook and I've now produced an actual book out of it, which is now available. And we're going to be rolling out that skill set, because that's what online events is all about. We want people to be able to run professional events. But a good speakers event needs 3 things, and I'll leave you with these things. Firstly, it needs a good team. And boy, do we have a good team. Nick has put his hand up and stepped up. I'm unable to help out with the launch class for next year. So I'm handing over the reins to Joe, and Joe's handing over her reins now to Nick. And with full confidence, Charlotte and myself can sit back and say, yeah, this group is in good hands. We've also seen the expansion of our launch group into international space this year, which has been absolutely amazing. So do we have a good team? Hell yes, we have a good team. And our association is slowly, in fact, not so slowly, becoming known around the world as an innovative envelope pusher association. And we are reinventing. There's things like the Pan Africa conference that's happening next year. We've got our annual convention in April, and next September, if you want to start saving, is the Global Speaker Summit in Ireland, in Dublin. So we've got some really big things happening next year, and we will be represented across the globe at all those events. But a good speakers event also needs good speakers, and good speakers we have today. And last year's event, it was dubbed as the mini convention, because some of the professional speakers who came to watch were a little dumbfounded at the emerging talent that we had. And some of those people went on to, do great things after this. So do we have good speakers? Yes. And the last thing, we need an audience. And I think as we gather today, we have 31 people logged in here. And good morning to all of you from all around the world. It is great to have you here. And thank you for being with us. And I'm now going to sit back and enjoy and pretend like I don't have to pretend. I'm a proud dad today of all the hard work that we've done this year. So thank you to Joe and the rest of the team for putting that together. And Chris, to our master virtual MC, thank you very much.